If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your family/friends assume you did? Assault a Disney princess actor at Disneyland, reckless driving or grand theft auto? Which Disney princess do you hate? None of them, they're all cute. This may have been the least desirable answer. Oh, so he meant that kind of assault. Why not all three? Go big or go home is what I always say. I'd just assume all three at the same time. Nothing. They'd assume I was being forcibly committed into a psych ward due to being a suicide risk. Reason this wouldn't be the first time, although I committed myself the first 2 times, rather than being brought in by authorities. I hope you're doing better. Mount Fam would probably think that about me too. I'm not gonna go into detail about it. Thank you for sharing your story though. Got into a fist fight over food. Did someone steal your sandwich? Someone actually pickpocketed me last year. Ended up finding my phone in his pocket, still missing my wallet. A scuffle ensued, but the saddest part was that I lost my loyalty card to a burrito store and therefore lost the free burritos I've been saving as a grad present to myself. Yeah, mad. Espionage. I spent a lot of time overseas in my 20s, and because the seemingly random nature of the places I ended up in, it became a joke in my family that I was working for the CIA and they were constantly reassigning me to avoid detection. I'm pretty sure that me being arrested would dredge up those memories. Probably DUI. I'm closing in on a year and a half sober, so that would be my best guess. Congratulations on your sobriety. Going on a month sober myself, keep it up. Congratulations on staying clean, keep it up. We're on the same boat, my friend. My family doesn't really understand what a PM does. They have heard me take calls about various systems and I'm the family it guy. Hacking, they would assume it was hacking. Haven't touched code beyond an occasional SQL query in forever. Never actually worked as a developer, but I'm the family techno twit. My mother would immediately assume I tried to prank the neighbors with a firework they have been lighting fireworks off to scare our PTSD dog once every hour or so, and she's made it clear that if I did anything about it, I'd just wind up in trouble. Rest of the family? Mass homicide. Killed my horrible neighbor. I'm not a murderous person, nor have I ever killed anything other than a bug, but I have said that I vehemently hate her and have an entire list of reasons why. I'm for certain, if I called anyone other than my mom, they'd say you finally killed her, didn't you? Probably making a bomb or something with illegally dangerous amounts of explosives. My family got a notice from the police that someone with my number was making deals about explosives, a pretty large amount. That's a story for another day. Today sounds like the perfect day actually. I'm pretty quiet and withdrawn, so probably killing spree. Family would probably assume some kind of violent outburst. Friends would know it's a school shooting. So you're the person watching all the serial killer documentaries on my Netflix. HM. Well, I'm really quiet and introverted, pretty much never leave the house, and never get into any trouble. So I think they'd probably assume that I hadn't actually done anything wrong, or that it was something to do with illegal activities on the internet. Well, it's a pretty even toss-up between all the white collar crime I have a chance to do, because I'm an accountant, and road rage because horns honking send me into an irrational rage. It's okay, though. I work in Boston. Friends would think I probably killed someone. Family would most likely think I didn't do anything, and or assume it was something mild, when in reality I would have stolen an animal from a shelter pet store. They'd assume I did something to my ex-husband. And if I ever were just going to lose it, that's probably what it would be, but I have too much self-control. Plus, it wouldn't be worth prison. Family would be confused. Friends would probably assume I locked several people in a basement, tortured, experimented on them, and finally disposed of them in some horrific and twisted way. I was playing a Jackbox TV game, and the question was point at the person you think most capable of killing someone. Everyone pointed at me, so maybe that. Probably all would suspect I would have evaded taxes. Have you? Asking for a friend. Look at not the guys over here asking the real questions. Crashing a wedding on accident. Accident, we all know you wanted the free food and alcohol. I came here for a good time, not to be called out. They'd think I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Recently, there have been many student assassinations where I live, apparently for no reason. Sat. Killed someone. I'm a very quiet person and sometimes my family thinks I might be psychotic because I'll start randomly laughing maniacally. I'd probably be in the headline for a very inappropriate speed, with bonus points, if it was done in an old modified Volvo estate. So I live in the southeast of the good old USA, so marijuana. That or I was running my mouth and got into trouble. I don't know, but there are certain members that would believe I did it even if I didn't. Especially if I didn't. Took my neighbor's dog to a shelter, since it won't stop barking at night and keeps the entire apartment building up. Arson and trespassing. I've made too many jokes about both. Time to put my money where my mouth is. They would assume I threw a hot coffee on an obnoxiously rude customer. Yeah, that's right, Karen, I'm thinking of you. Probably the fact that I'm typing on Reddit while driving with no license, or the kids in my basement. Family back talking cops, drinking, maybe fighting everything friends. I did it with them, probably killing all enemies. Hacking. I work as a software engineer and spend most of my days in front of a computer screen. Consume the souls of the innocent. I mean a theft. May the power of Christ compel you. Probably trespassing because I wanted to take a picture of a bird or something, but it was on a private lot. Probably something only an idiot would do. Get arrested for throwing a chair of a balcony? They would straight up best case scenario try to sue the police, worst case scenario beat up the police. Because I was always aggressive towards my older and younger brother, they would assume I killed someone. I was jaywalking and bumped into some armed robbers. Got caught in a bad situation. Punisher-esque crusade against hate groups, KKK, neo-Nazis, etc. Ignored their advice and took a walk through the neighborhood all by myself, again. Probably testing the speed of my car after whatever modifications I did to it. My family would have no idea, my friends, nuke a city or serial killer. Probably frantically checking the newspaper to see if anything's blown up lately. Probably something with drugs, because that's the most common thing in my age. Either caught growing psychedelic mushrooms, or killing a political official. Probably got caught with weed, which has happened, didn't arrested though. Probably either I killed someone, or I downloaded illegal stuff lol. Killing my neighbors, because of their everyday impossibly loud music. Killed somebody, set something on fire, something like that. Well, I think they would though I started a communist regime. Fe'd probably assume I finally broke and killed someone. I asked my mom, and she said speeding. Made sense. Street racing, and it probably wouldn't be wrong tbh. Suffocate my husband with a pillow, because of his snoring. Break something really expensive, like an antique vase. Probably a traffic ticket that wasn't paid. IDK. Friends, drugs, or starting a revolution. Family. IDK. Killed my stalker. I don't think they'd even be upset. Honestly, they'd probably assume I was falsely accused. Honestly, I don't even know. Maybe speeding? For carrying guns, because my arms are so big. Drove like a maniac straight into someone something lol. Man arrested after successful suicide attempt. Probably because of insulting some authorities. Watch bootleg movies on pirate websites. Run around like a chicken yelling save the planet. Wandered into somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. Well, they'd probably think I molested some kid. Oh, they'd know with clarity I can't even imagine. Literally terabytes of illegal downloads. Probably stole someone's cat or killed someone. Broke into Citibank. I love money. Killed a man in Reno just to watch him die. Probably something relating to road rage. Some kind of supernatural shenanigans. They'd assume that I bored someone to death. Probably something to do with piracy. Run from the cops, again lol. Some sort of eco-hippie protest. Maybe saying some anti-government thing. A comeback of debtors' prisons. Broke something really important.